Delayed action always comes with a cost. Let's talk about that in this episode of Operations Excellence. Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, and today we're going to be talking about delayed action always comes with a cost. So the other day I was speaking with my daughter who just started university, and she had to make a decision whether to apply for a student bank account or not. It was a difficult decision because she would have to commit to it, but the benefit was that if she did so, then there were some cash rewards associated with it, which will help her with living expenses during the year. After much thought, she decided to go ahead and apply for it, and at the end of the month, when her new bank card arrived, I asked her how she felt about making the decision and applying for it. And she said that she now realized that she made the right decision because she received $300 worth of credit that she could use towards her living expenses. She explained that even though she had to make the decision beforehand, the outcome of that decision made it worth it. Now I was very happy to hear that she was thinking through decisions like this and understanding the value of time and decision-making, which is a core concept in operations management. And I know that she learned these concepts in her business class in high school, but clearly has been able to apply them in real-life situations as well. This actually reminded me of a paper that I co-authored with a professor back in 2017. Called Real Cost of Delayed Action, where we explain how delayed action often comes at a cost. And people need to understand the true cost of delayed action in order to make better decisions. Let's take a look at what we mean by the cost of delayed action. The first one is obviously time. Time is the most valuable asset we have, and once it's lost, we can never get it back. When we delay taking action, we are essentially investing time into the future. We may not be able to see the returns on our investment immediately, but the opportunity cost of not investing time elsewhere can be significant. For example, imagine you are an entrepreneur and you are trying to decide whether to launch a new product or service. You are weighing the risks and benefits and trying to predict how the market will react. During this time, you could be investing in other areas of your business that could potentially yield higher returns. However, by delaying the launch of your new product or service, you are essentially betting that the potential returns are not worth the risk. In this case, the cost of delayed action is the opportunity cost of not investing in other areas of the business that could have yielded higher returns. Another example of the cost of delayed action is when you are trying to achieve a personal goal, such as getting in shape or learning a new language. You may be delaying taking action because you are afraid of failing or not being successful. However, by delaying your actions, you are essentially costing yourself the opportunity to achieve your goal. Each day that you wait to take action is another day that you are not investing in yourself and your future. So by delaying action, you could be missing out on the chance to improve your life and achieve your goals. The second real cost of delay action is usually more significant than people realize. That is the loss of optionality. Optionality refers to the ability to choose between different options or alternatives. It is the freedom to make a decision at a later date when more information is available, or when circumstances change. When we delay taking action, we are essentially giving up the option to do something else in the future. For example, let us say you are considering the job offers and you are trying to decide which one to accept. While you weigh the pros and cons of each offer, you could be giving up the option to accept one of the offers. By delaying your decision, you are essentially reducing the number of options available to you. Similarly, if you are trying to pursue a new career path, you may be delaying taking action because you are unsure of the risks involved. However, by delaying your actions, you are essentially giving up the option to pursue that career path in the future. Each day that you wait to take action is another day that you are not investing in yourself and your future. So again, by delaying action, you could be missing out on the chance to improve your life and achieve your goals. The third real cost of delayed action is the compounding effect. The longer we delay taking action, the more difficult it becomes. For example, let us say you are trying to lose weight and you are delaying going on a diet or exercising. As the days go by, it becomes increasingly difficult to lose weight because your body has had more time to adjust to your unhealthy lifestyle. Similarly, if you are trying to learn a new skill, you may be delaying practicing, and as the days go by, it becomes increasingly difficult to learn the skill because you have had more time to forget. what you have learned. This is because our brains have a tendency to forget things over time. When we delay taking action, we are essentially allowing the forgetting curve to take hold. This means that we are losing the progress that we have already made, and it becomes more difficult to get back on track. As the days go by, it becomes increasingly difficult to take action because we have allowed the forgetting curve to take hold. The fourth real cost of delayed action is inertia. Inertia is the tendency for an object to resist changes in its state of motion. In other words, an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed, and in the same direction unless acted upon by an external force. This means that it is easier to maintain the status quo than it is to change it. For example, let's say you are in a job that you hate, but you keep delaying quitting. The longer you stay in the job, the more difficult it becomes to leave because you have become accustomed to the routine and the people around you. Similarly, if you are trying to break a bad habit, you may be delaying taking action because you are afraid of failing. But the longer you delay taking action, the harder it becomes to break the habit because you have had more time to develop the habit. In conclusion, the cost of delayed action is a significant factor to consider when making decisions. From the loss of time and opportunity to the compounding effect and inertia. The consequences of delaying action can be far-reaching and significant. Therefore, it is important to weigh the potential cost of delayed action carefully before making a decision. Procrastination and delaying action can have negative consequences. By understanding the real cost of delayed action, we can make better decisions and take timely action to achieve our goals. Taking action is always better than delaying it because the former provides clarity while the latter does not. Taking action allows us to learn from our mistakes and adapt accordingly, while delaying action keeps us stuck in a cycle of indecision and uncertainty. Therefore, we should strive to take action as soon as possible and avoid the pitfalls of delaying action. So what are some examples of how you have experienced the real cost of delayed action in your life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might also find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.